Hey guys, I'm April from Giggle Glitter Graphics, and today I am working on my Valentine's Day journal. I've already put this journal together. I did use the cover of the journal as a beginner's cover tutorial. I haven't decorated the front yet, but I will get around to it. I did add some beads to the side and kind of see that there. And I've got all my pages in already. I have a great mix of stuff going on, but I need to decorate. So that's the goal today, is to start decorating some of these pages. I've got a variety of things laid out here and I was trying to decide what to do. I've got this pretty little portrait. My whole theme, instead of being like straight up like Hearts and Cupids Valentine's Day, is kind of a romance novel theme. It's kind of what I'm going for with this book. I wanted to do something a little different than the usual Be Mine red hearts theme. I just wasn't quite feeling it at the moment. Well, that's pretty. Fray all the edges. So I've got a bunch of stuff laid out around me. I have a bunch of kit pieces. I'm using the Spring Romance journal kit, and I have a ton of those pieces kind of laying all over here, and I'm going to pull from a lot of that. This is one of the portraits from the Romantic Portraits kit. Let's see. I kind of think I want to make this into some sort of weird snaky pocket. Kind of like where that's going. Let's crunch that up a little bit. And grab a piece of paper. I think we're gonna want a lot of gold. I've got, let's see here, my Brilliance Dewdrop, Galaxy Gold. And I'm not gonna grab the little thingy. I thought I had more wet ink on that than I do. There we go. I only have two handles and they're already on other things, and I don't feel like undoing them right now. Because Velcro's hard. We got a little of that, and then let's glue that right there. There we go. So that would go there. I think I want to layer these pieces here, but we need to pop those edges out a little bit. Let's try Vintage Photo. And this is just a little piece of paper. I took some copy paper and I did a bunch of Galaxy Gold stamps on it. So there's some little like hearts and X's and O's, that kind of thing. Just to kind of, I was having trouble finding anything that I had on hand that had the look that I wanted, that was light in color, and it was making me a little crazy, so I figured I'd make my own with the stamps. There we go. Let's pop him out as well. You know what, I think we might use, I've got some purple here. Let's try that one. That I will switch. There, I like that better. I like Vintage Photo, but it's a little too brown. I'm trying to kind of keep a pastel feel. Kind of like that. So let's glue this down real quick. There we go. So this underneath is just a paper doily, and I sprayed it with some gold paint. I make little spray bottles. It's put away, but I make little spray bottles of just water and gold paint, and then I spritz this whole thing on both sides. And this one was pretty big, so I folded it up to make a pocket before I sewed it in. So let's just make this into a sneaky pocket. And that way we can come back and maybe put something in there later. go. Oh, let's make sure we don't glue through our doily onto the previous page. Leave that there for a minute. All right, so now we've got our little pocket here. Do I have something I can kind of, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put something in that right this minute, but we'll just let that dry so we don't stick to the other page. And this is the other half of this is a big envelope. It's super long. It's the same length on the other side. This was the back end of it, but I tore it open, like with a letter opener on this side. And I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I was thinking about actually adding a pocket to kind of hide. I like to neaten things up. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is a junk journal and I like everything to be just so. But I was thinking about making a pocket here to be able to tuck some things into. And then I have a journaling card. I thought that might be cute here, but maybe with like some ribbon coming off of it or something sticking out. So let's trim, I need to trim some of this off. Let's try that. Yeah, that's better. So let's make this into a pocket. Oh, you know what? Let's ink it first because it kind of blends in. There's a lot of pastels and pinks and things. And I thought I grabbed vintage photo, but I grabbed the purple, so purple it is. And now I'm wondering if I should have maybe rounded the corners. I could tell I'm overthinking today. Let's see. Yeah, let's round the corners real quick. There we go. Knocks over my glue stick. Do that a lot. I like that much better. All right, so now we can glue that on. There we go. So let's work on this tag. I think I definitely want to round the corners on this one. And then I think I'm going to ink it in vintage photo really quick. Just to have some contrast with everything else. I try to go back and forth between my ink colors just to get some variety in. There we go. That will go in there. I definitely want to add a little ribbon. And that way that's going to poke out the side. It'll look really cute when the book is shut. Let's see, let's move this out of the way. Got my crocodile. Grab that. And I'm going to try to punch a hole in the middle. I don't like to measure. Probably should. Let's see, right about there. Well, that wasn't even close. So we're going to do 2 holes. All right, we'll make this work. So you can see I totally messed up my hole. I like where this hole is, but this hole is not in a good place. So I'm actually gonna cover up. Let's grab a little piece of this paper and throw some purple ink on it. And let's just really lightly, we'll make like a little patch. The backs of my tags are all white. I try to save some ink and not print the back sides of everything. There we go. So we'll put our little patch on real quick. And we will save this card. Learning moment. Maybe I should measure. Start measuring on the backs. Put a little mark where the hole should go. All right, so we're gonna do that. Not cover up our flower too much. There, so now we have a little detail instead of an accidental 2 holes. Ha, that's right where the second hole was. I can kind of see it poking through the paper. So we're gonna punch a new hole there. Today you are learning with me. Measure first. All right, and then let's neaten that up with a eyelet. Thinking something purple would be cute. Or journaling. There. Now we just need some ribbon. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this. This is kind of a light pinky lavender ribbon. I'll put that through just like that. And there's our journaling card. So this is dry. I'm not sure what I want to put inside of there. Maybe a little bit of writing paper, something like that. I have this. I've dyed with some pink icing frosting, which is food coloring. And I think maybe I'm going to tear off a piece of this. Let's do not like how that looks. So oh, that's cute. And then what if we put, let's see, I've got some stamps over here. Let's put a little stamp. I've got a heart stamp. So let's grab, I have fired brick. I don't have a pink ink pad, but I found that the fired brick, even though it's red, works okay in this case. I try just to be a little bit lighter handed with it. There, that's cute. I like all the layers going on there. Now we've got our pocket up here. Got a lot of stamps and things. Those are tabs. More flowers. The fountain is pretty. I like that, but why don't I grab this is white. Brown would really make that stand out. So I think I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer, which is under a pile of paper. And let's make a little mat for this. Let's just kind of guess and then center it all up. This is a coated glitter cardstock. So the glitter does not get everywhere. There's a plastic coating on it so that it doesn't shed. And it's really sparkly in person. Reaching through the camera a lot today, and I apologize for that. I've got a lot going on this table. I like to round my corners on these. I feel like it makes them look extra fancy. And let's add some purple ink. And now the age-old question, is it a pocket inside of a pocket? It's gonna be a little bit of a tight fit. Let me grab my scissors and kind of try to widen that out a little bit. That's a little better. It's okay if it's a little bit snug, but all right, let's grab some Fabri-Tac. The glue stick does not work well on this plastic coating, so I always use Fabri-Tac to attach to my glitter cardstock. should grab some more colors of that really quick. I've got some pinks and reds. Got a whole collection. You can center that up. Nothing worse than coming by later and saying, oh, that's crooked. Nice. So that's gonna go in there. And I think purple or pink. Let's go with some rhinestones. Oh, there's some hearts in here. How about, these are sticky and they stick pretty well, but I'll check it in a few and see if it wants to come off, and then I'll glue it down. I like that. All right, so that goes in there. And I feel like I still want to decorate this pocket a little bit. I'm feeling kind of extra today. Got a little washi tape. You know how I love my washi tape. Of course, now I'm remembering last time I tried to use this roll, it wanted to peel all over the place. There we go, I like the texture difference on that. Let's run that right down the middle. I'm liking the torn edge. There we go. And then got a lot of words. Ooh, a romance. I like that one. I'm gonna do my little corner rounder on this on the small setting. I like doing that with my words. Let's add some. Let's go with the brown ink, vintage photo. So that'll go here. What else do we want to put on here though? I've got fabric left over. That'd be really punchy, huh, if I did something like that. Let's get some frayed edges going on. I'm gonna center it like that. We're gonna offset it. I like the offset. All right, so let's do that. And then I feel like we might want some bling on there. I like my bling a lot, so definitely a sequin or a rhinestone, ooh, or a button. Got a whole bunch of stuff floating around here. The table is kind of a mess today. All right, let's see what I can rustle up. All right, so I grabbed my bag of white buttons, and I see a couple in there that are kind of interesting. That one's kind of big. Let's see. Something smaller. Aha! Got a little flower button there. So what if we do that? And then let me run over here real quick and come back with the sequins. All right. So let's put a button right here. My glue is trying to jump out of the bottom. There's our button. Find a big one. Got a whole box full of these. There's a couple sizes in there. Another dot of glue on top, and there. I think I'm gonna give a little flip through and find another page to work on. I'm gonna have to get some ideas here, so give me 1 second. All right, I flipped through and I think I've settled on this space here. I grabbed one of the pockets from the kit, but I'm gonna take this and turn it into a flip up situation right here so that you can flip it up. And then this is actually a lines paper. The lines have kind of blurred quite a bit. I coffee dyed the paper and then dyed it with food coloring as well. So there's a lot going on here, but it's still a nice writing space. So I think I'm going to go ahead and ink this and round just the bottom corners and then see how I want to attach it. I'm going to go with, I think, purple ink again. I like how that'll look with the willow tree on the other side over here. Okay, so that's all set. I'm going to go with washi tape to stick this in. Got kind of a purple and gold. Just tape it on both sides. Now this pocket, or it was a pocket, it's printed on regular copy paper, but I use a 32-pound copy paper. I'm not sure what that is in GSM, which I know is more reliable as a unit of measuring. But I do have information on the papers that I use in the description down below. And I like this paper because it feels really nice. And whenever I decide all of a sudden I want to use something for a method I would normally have cardstock instead, you can usually get by with this paper. And it does a pretty good job, especially if you're attaching a bunch of things to it still. So there's our flip. And I want to decorate it. I had pulled a couple things out. I've got this cute garden archway and one of these stamps. And then I pulled out some gold glittery tulle, but I almost feel like I want some kind of like layering with this so that it ruffles. And maybe I can do something like that and then glue everything down on top of it. Right like that. I mean, that kind of works. So I think first thing I'm gonna need to do is ink these. I'm gonna round the corners on this card because I like how that looks. And then I'll just kind of squash the glue all down to try and hold this in place and so that I can get this little bit of a fan shape without getting glue everywhere. So let me grab my corner rounder and my ink and do that real quick. All right, that'll make those stand out a little more. So now let's see if we can do this without making too big of a mess. And there's glitter everywhere. This tool does shed glitter, and I'm not sure if it's a good decision to use this or not, but it's going in. I'm gonna squash it right in here. So let's see if I can fold it how I had it before. Just kind of ruffle it. Put some glue on the back of this card. And then some glue kind of right here on the panel. Hopefully that's in the right spot. Let's put that there. And then kind of squash this right on top. Let's fix our fan. A little bit. There you go. And we hold it just to keep it in place. And then let's stick our stamp on. Put some extra glue right in the middle. I'm gonna squash this down as well. Now we've got our flip with our glittery tool. Let's see if I can show you some of the sparkle on that. And on everything else. I don't think I want to do anything else here. I think I'm going to leave the rest of this be. I just like this detail on the page. That makes me happy. I think this is a good stopping point. This is about how long I like my videos to run. I will be doing a couple more videos in this series, including a final flip through. So keep an eye out for those, and there will be a link in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.